Good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to do this video right now on the cabin. So this will be the cabin tour for 2020. It's been quite a while since I've shown anybody the inside of it, especially friends and family. So we're going to go ahead and walk around a little bit, kind of show you some things that we do out here and kind of how we do it. And that should be about it. Hey, Mr. Gray Jay. Got birds flying around here because the bird food's right next to you. So yeah, I'll walk you guys around and show you kind of how we do things out here and just what we have. Okay, so that's my freight sled right there. That's what I use to haul real large loads of lumber and just supplies out here. You can put a couple thousand pounds on that. You just have to have the machine that can pull it. So that's the only requirement for that. Now this giant pile you see over here to your left, that is 15 cords of wood. And I'll show you how I access that. By the way, we are having a record winter here. So we've already got 12 feet of snow. It's compressed down a little bit. So I had to dig down and get into the snow cave to get to my wood. That was not fun, I'll tell you that much. I didn't keep up with it. I kind of lost control of it. So there's a little sled right there that I pull behind the machine for real small little stuff whenever we're just kind of tooling around. Okay, park the machine right there. And once again, I keep packing the trails. And you pack them and you pack them and you pack them. And the next thing you know, you are 4 feet, 5 feet, 4 feet above the cabin deck. Now my cabin sits about 3.5 feet off the ground. So you can kind of tell the amount of snow we've had so far. So we're going to walk down right now. See if I can do this without slipping or falling. Now, just to let you guys know, we do use a generator out here and propane. All this lumber you see over here, this is for a number of projects that I currently have going on. And, well, just one thing after another out here. So if you zoom upward, Lost Sockeye Ranch, that's the name of my channel. There's a pretty funny story behind that, but we'll get to that in another video. Okay. So, opening the door. So the first place I'm going to take you guys is into my tool shed. And this is where I film Tool Shed Tuesdays. So as soon as you walk in, you turn to the left. And you come in here. Now I'll try my best not to blind you guys with the light. But this is where I film Tool Shed Tuesdays. And this little room is pretty small. But I have used about every available inch that I have with just hanging stuff up. And there is not much room in here, guys. So these are all my tools, and just everywhere you look, I've got trash cans down there. Okay, I try not to spin you guys too fast. And I got all my tools, guys. So over here I keep all my lubricants and everything else. You always need that stuff, guys. One thing or another, spark plugs, lubricants, you name it. It always seems to be something. All my timber framing slicks up there in the corner. Those are all my nuts and bolts. Well, no, that is not all my nuts and bolts. I have 3 boxes, probably about 50 or 60 pounds, just of nuts and bolts and screws and you name it. Alright, so turning out of here, this is our pantry. And we have a number of, toiletries and whatnot, napkins, plates up there. Canned foods back there in the back. We have a bunch of dehydrated food. Going down, and just more storage down there. And yes, we do use propane, guys, like I said. So we are mainly propane and gasoline out here. And it just hooks right into there. I am going to run that out of the wall right there and mount it over on the side of the cabin. But for right now, that's where it sits. It has been negative 35, negative 45 out here, and propane does freeze. I don't care what people tell you, it does freeze. This is a washing station. We are in a dry cabin, guys, which means that we have no running water whatsoever. So we have to go to a neighbor's house and get well water from them. And whenever we do, we always bring back about 50-60 gallons of it. Okay, so that's our washing station. And this is obviously our kitchen. And you guys see that tape all over the cabinets there? Whenever we leave here for any extended amount of time, I tape those cabinets up so little tiny critters and whatnot can't get in there. So it doesn't look pretty because it freezes up in here, and so when you try to pull it back off, well, it doesn't exactly come off too well. So I'll spin you real quick. I'm sorry. That's our little stove. It's got a 2-burner, a little oven right there. So heading back this way. Here's our stove, our wood stove. We always keep 2 pans on there to put moisture in the air. Right there is our boots. These are the boots that we use on a regular basis. Those are our favorite boots. These are the boots that work out here. They'll work better, let's put it that way. Okay, now over here is my corner, and that's generally where I sit. And then over here in this corner is where Teresa sits. And right behind Teresa, you'll see some snowsuits hanging back there. And once again, those are our good snowsuits. Those are the ones that work out here. If there's ever a testing ground, it's out here in remote Alaska. This is the stuff that works, not that stuff that says that it does. And I'm not going to show you, but up this ladder right here is where we sleep. So, it's a real small little cabin, guys. There's not much to it, as you can obviously see. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Don't really know how much there is to tell you guys. But, so for the most part, we just use propane and gasoline. We don't use solar. We're not going to set up a system like that. Maybe in the future we'll set up a couple panels just to have a couple of batteries to run some lights. But right now we run these luminaires and they run off battery packs, and those battery packs last fine. So we can go a week, week and a half without recharging it, but when we do need to recharge it, we hook it up to the generator, recharge it along with all our other camera equipment and just computers and whatnot and our phones. And surprisingly enough, we are about a mile off of a mountain back here, and on top of that mountain is a Verizon cell phone tower. So on any given day, we can get pretty good coverage out here. Life is good. We can make calls, we can receive texts, send texts, the whole deal. So, alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. This is the 2020 cabin tour, and it's a pretty simple lifestyle out here. We don't need much, we don't have much. But we've got what we need. We've got each other. Isn't that right, baby?
That's right, Pumpkin.
See, as long as she says so, that's the way it is. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is kind of our little lifestyle out here. If you will, please like, subscribe, pass us along, all that good stuff. If you want to see more videos, please leave them comments down below. We always love to hear from you guys. And we respond to all of you as soon as we can. We don't always get signal out here, so just be patient with us. We'll get to you when we can. Alright, so signing off from the bush of Alaska. Hope all of you are having a great day. Keep your boots dry. Best of luck to you.